Bitcoin topping 65,000 this morning as it inches closer to an all-time high. The cryptocurrency just hit its best monthly performance since 2020, while other cryptocurrencies like Ether and Solana and Cardano also saw notable gains. Joining us now is Kavita Gupta, Delta Blockchain Fund founder. Are you following all the ones I just mentioned,
yeah,
Kavita? Are
absolutely.
You? And I don't follow the other ones, and I always just is sort of a simpleton with all this. There was Bitcoin and there was everything else. The there's the nickname is SH coin for a lot of these other things. But some of them are real and they have some blockchain characteristics that will be, you think, utilitarian in the future?
Yeah, a lot of technology underneath, basically. So Bitcoin has always been, as we have also talked in the past, about the currency, the storage value. And it has always, now Bitcoin also coming up with a lot of technology beyond just settlement. But Ethereum is looking really, really great with all the decentralization, ETH ETF, which is a lot of expectations about to happen. Then when we talk about Solana, them changing their technology. Also, the big drop in Solana prices up down to around $16 approximately was also because of the SEC naming Solana, Polygon, bunch of tokens as maybe security without any proof. But we are seeing the technologies coming back and the technology making those tokens really picking up the price.
So we're going to have to bone up on this stuff, Becky. Jeez. Because it looks like it's here to stay. And I know people are waiting for Ethereum and Ether for the ETF. They think that's just a matter of time at this point.
It does look like it's a matter of time, but it also depends upon how SEC takes it. Like in the past, even for Bitcoin ETF, they took all their great time. And like even when the commissioner announced, the SEC commissioner announced that the Bitcoin ETF is here, it was pretty much forced by the court because there was no reasoning not to do it. I think with Ethereum, it's either going to be super easy or it's going to be a little bit more difficult because the commissioners have always have very, very contrarian views about whether it's a security or it's a utility. One commissioner saying it's a utility, like Commissioner Hillman in the past, but currently they have not taken a really great stand about it. Said that, the expectations in the prices and the numbers have already baked in. If you look at the jump from in last 2 months, you can see that ETH, ETF expectations and a lot of technology products which has been launched. The adoption of DeFi, which decentralized finance, has already like $8 billion on new protocols, like multi-billion-dollar game. We are not even talking about millions actually logged there, has already, I think ETH is right now is very underappreciated.
You see Ethereum the same as Bitcoin?
I see the utilization of those two very different. Ethereum, I see like an infrastructure layer, like anything which long time back, a lot of Microsoft or Oracle was. Bitcoin, I see more of as a currency, though the technologies are getting there, but it's going to take time to come with respect to technology to ETH. I feel like the technology tokens, we have not seen the real rallies there. And I think end of this year, we're going to see the real rally in those technology tokens, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Polygon, whether it's Optimism, anything which actually going to push the institutional adoption of anyone who's holding these ETFs. Whether it's Bitcoin, they need custody, they need the way of settlement, they need a way of transacting these things, even at the most basic utilization.
Okay, you said maybe it's already, the ETF might already be in Ethereum. How much of the halving of Bitcoin is reflected in the 65,000 where it is now? When does it happen exactly?
In end of April and May.
End of April and May. Okay, and how much of the gains are already reflected, do you think?
I think there are two big factors. One is the Bitcoin halving expectation, then it will become very difficult to have more new supply of Bitcoin. And secondly, the Bitcoin ETFs are finally getting buyers. We just saw the approval, and after the approval, we saw prices going down a little bit, but now the real money is coming in because people are buying in. I do expect a little bit of liquidity or dip after the Bitcoin halving because the expectations are already built in.
Down into the 40s?
Yes, that is very possible. Late 40s, mid 40s. I don't see it going back into 20s anytime soon. But I do expect the end of the year to early next year, we're going to see a huge, huge jump. Not only for Bitcoin, but I see the percentage-wise return more into the technology tokens. I don't call them all tokens anymore because the technology has built up so much on all these platforms with real users and adoptions.
We have tried to figure out Gary Gensler's, what's the story, really? Because he taught at MIT. He understands. Mm-hmm. Why do you think he's been so, I don't know, is it, when you're in charge of the SEC, you want to first do no harm, I guess. So there's still, I guess he's
worrying about fraud built around some of this stuff.
Yeah, but that's like worrying about fraud. That we've made that point. And then he made the point himself about something else. He goes, "What, you're going to throw that out because it's you?" That doesn't really, obviously, hold water. But my question is, there could be a different administration in by next year. Would a different SEC?
I feel like
that'd probably be bullish, wouldn't it?
I feel like there's going to be different SEC irrespective of which administration is going to be there. Because at one side, late, but finally, we also had Biden official Twitter with red eye, which is the indication of Bitcoin recently, when the Bitcoin was 64K plus. And at the same time, President Trump has also been very, very vocal about adoption of crypto. He did his own NFTs. I think it would be very difficult for him to come to the administration and go back on those things. So I feel like it will be a very pro-crypto, not just because it is needed by all the young people. Most of the young people in school and colleges are the part of this retail customer, but also because now you have the full Wall Street, and which has like now $billion, multi-billion dollars already going to trillion in the space. So I feel like that is what's going to be a huge demand, not only from the young voters, but also from the Wall Street.